welcome back to Resident Evil 2 in 2026, a return to Raccoon City. This is episode 3. Let's go. Alright, so we grabbed the valve handle, and we're going to open this door here to trigger a really cool little mini cutscene here. We got Misty and her boyfriend. We're not going to do anything there. We're just going to run the opposite direction and exit. Even if you kill them, the game won't let you go out through that door, which is the other side of the street segment in Resident Evil 2. So thankfully, Misty was in a really good position. It allowed us to just, run past her and up the stairs. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the valve handle here and extinguish the fire. Classic Resident Evils, they do this a lot. There are some puzzles like this in Code Veronica where you have to extinguish a fire and get like a suitcase, things like that, so... And we're gonna go loot some handgun ammunition that somehow survived the crash. So the crows are still alive. You can do one or two things here. You can open fire and get their aggro, or you can just run. I did the risky move and loot the body for ammo, which is worth it. But you could also take damage like that. So it depends. If you're green, fine. Just do it. Just loot the ammo. It doesn't hurt. But if you want to do that section without taking any damage, it's best to just shoot them. And I got very lucky there. The zombie was at a pretty favorable position. Usually it's standing around that corner. And you can see the helicopter just crashed through the damn wall there. In Claire's scenario, she actually blows that up. But we'll get to that when we get there. So here we are in Chief Iron's private art collection. A police chief completely funded by Raccoon City tax dollars somehow is able to afford all this stuff. Corruption at its finest, right? So we use these two red gems here, and this really expensive looking statue the chest will open up, and inside is another chest piece. We got the king plug here. Also, we have another precinct key, or we're going to examine it right away. It's a diamond key. And also in the B scenario, a licker will crash through that ceiling there, that oculus. Kind of sus. It's just up there, right? So now that we got another chest piece here for a puzzle, we're going to do some item management here. For now, we don't need the valve handle. We'll need that a little bit later. Do some item management. This looks pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head on over east side. We can still hear the zombie shuffling his feet around, and It's a good thing that we have the emergency ladder here, so we can just pretty easily just make our way down to the diamond room area. Yeah, let's put away some handgun bullets here. We're starting to reach a point of the game where the handgun is going to be pretty much useless. Here. And it's just moving forward, we're going to be using the shotgun. And the liquor is still hanging around. Just going to walk on by, and then when he drops down, we're just going to run. And then past the jazz hands area, we're going to make our way to the hallway over here and use the diamond key. I think there's a couple more doors that we'll need to open before that key becomes useless, but let's not worry about that right now. So we have a lot of zombies in here. Fixed camera angles makes it a little challenging to kind of calculate how far zombies are. The best way to see how close zombies are to you when playing these classic Resident Evils is to look at their feet. See how close they are to you, to the player model. Getting my scenarios mixed up here. That drawer there is, you can open that with Claire. So I just decided to aggro these zombies, see if there's some extra goodies around that corner that I can just pick up, you know. And around this corner is a puzzle for Resident Evil 3. I figured, why not? I went through all this drama just to get that film negative. I was hoping for like ammo or some type of health, but I might as well. Unlock this door, grab some ammo here in the locker room, and we're gonna have to deal with our good buddy here, Marvin. So nice. Everyone had plans to throw a party for Leon. Unfortunately, the outbreak had to happen. So we'll walk up to Marvin, and it's going to trigger this in-game cutscene. We'll see him turn into a zombie before our eyes. Pretty scary. Unfortunately, he got the jump on me. We're going to loot the heart key here. Yeah. We're just gonna let Marvin do his thing here. Godspeed, Marvin. So let's examine the heart key here. And head on over to the door. But before we do that, let's do a little item management here. Because we're going to be heading to the RPD basement and parking garage. So there's going to be a lot of stuff happening here. There's a lot of dogs that are going to be coming up here. Probably should put that diamond key away. Yeah, let's go back, grab the handgun, because there are dogs in the RPD basement. Probably should have put away the diamond key, thinking about it now, but it's all good. Because I think that decision kind of messes me up. Past me should have just put the damn key away, but it's alright. I guess you could say this is a de-rust. So we use the heart key. It is completely useless now. We got 2 herbs there. Probably a good idea to grab that, because we're going to be dealing with some dogs, and we're also going to be dealing with some lickers as well. Dealing with those enemy types is not fun. And then over here, there should be some shotgun shells. Yep. Grab that. And we will need the club key for this, and that's what Ada is gonna get for us in the mini scenario that we will be playing as her. So you can hear the dogs, they're just walking around. Dealing with these fucks in Remake 2 is so much harder than the first one, than the original, because at least in the original, both Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, the hit scan will take care of the dogs, so long as you are facing that general direction, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to this double doors here, which is relevant to Claire's scenario, but not to us, and we are going to reset the room. There is a red herb here, so we're going to grab that, combine it. Again, combining green and reds will equal a full health spray, and using herbs does not count against your score, your overall score in the game. So you can still get an A rank using that. So dealing with dogs in RE2, you could do this the classic way, waiting for them to growl and get up and then shoot them, or you can walk up to them and just rapidly shoot them while they're on the ground. I chose to do the safer route, don't want to take any unnecessary damage from stupid dogs. So that door requires the club key. And there's the weapon storage room, which will be important a little bit later, but let's head on over to the parking lot. And over here, this is where we will meet someone very special to us. And that special someone will be revealed in the next episode. So thanks again for tuning in. And in the next episode, we will find out who this mysterious person is who tried to shoot us. I'll catch you guys in the next one.